With the nation fully immersed in the Aidilfitri celebrations, there's a general sense of positivity in the atmosphere. Some may be wondering how this may impact the stock exchange market in the country. On tonight's episode of On the Table, we have Otto with our guest who dive further into the topic. Otto, over to you.
Well, thank you very much, Daryl, for that. And of course, good evening and welcome back to the program. Now, this week's Aidilfitri break, just like any other festive celebrations, means that it's not business as usual for most economic activities, as things, shall we say, are stagnant following the long holiday. Now, this includes trading on the equity market on Bursa, Malaysia. Now, with us in the studio for further insights on the matter is Vincent Lau, Head of Equity Sales at Rakuten Trade Sdn Bhd. So, Vincent, welcome to the show.
Welcome, hi.
Now, firstly, before we move on, could you comment on today's market closing? And can I assume that the volumes traded were somewhat marginal compared to any other Friday's closing, given the long holiday?
Oh, in fact, to be honest, I think today's market is quite robust in terms of trading. I think it's even more active compared to the Raya Eve on the Tuesday. And also, I think it's stronger over the last Friday as well. And I think the market breadth is about 500 over gainers today, although the index was slightly marginal down. I think there are quite a lot of gainers. In fact, you see some companies, Tata Edge, hitting limit up today, and quite a number of those stocks have also seen strong gains in the HDD market, your Dufu and some of those, which is the AI data center related, those stocks.
Now, how's the outlook for the Bursa when trading at Bursa resumes on Monday? How does it look like?
I think with the cautious outlook from the US Fed funds, also some of the stronger economic numbers, I think market should also continue to trend higher. I think overall market, I think you can see some of the recent IPO listings, stocks have come back up. I think Alpha, IVF, and some of those recent listings have seen some resurgence in trading activities as well. And also I think our market has seen the trend of the data centers, AI development of the related stocks have done quite well. So we expect the positive spillover to continue. I think, in fact, I think today you can see the property index has reached 2018 high, basically so-called property stocks. So I think it augurs well. I think we are quite optimistic on the market. Yeah.
Now, given the favorable input on foreign direct investments or FDIs, are we seeing an influx of foreign investments being net buyers of Malaysian stocks?
Well, I think our market has done quite fairly well in the first quarter. So I think we have seen some net outflow. I think year to date is about 1.2 billion. You can see in the early of the years, February as well. I think, and also the big cap stocks has done quite well. Your YTL Power, your banking stocks, index stocks. In fact, your Malaysia Airport as well is reached an all-time high. So I think those are the good signs that things are looking better for the government. As also, I think our Prime Minister has been very hardworking, bringing in potential of 100 over billion worth of investment to our country. So we are positive that the foreign net inflow would resume in the second half of the year, basically so-called. Although currently it's about negative 1.2 billion. I think they have taken some profits off the table. But I think our local institutions has come in to buy and support the market. That's why you can see our index is at about 1,005.
Wow. Now, following up on that, given the flexibility of the ringgit to a basket of foreign currencies, can we say that if we see a bull run on the Bursa, it's attributed to these foreign investors?
Well, I think it plays an important part to have foreign investors coming into our market to provide the depth and liquidity to our market as well. I think to have a bull run, I think we need foreign investors, funds, and also our local institutions and also our retail investors to continuously to buy in, to hold on to the stock. So I think that's crucial for the market as well to provide the depth and liquidity.
Now, how's the trend so far this year, given that we've completed the first quarter of the year?
I think first quarter, I think our KLCI index is almost up about 6%, which is relatively well. I think comparable to our region. I think some of the, like I mentioned just now, the property index has reached a high of 2018. In fact, the technology sector, we are seeing some rebound, signs of rebound as well. As you all know, I think our Prime Minister mentioned in the World Economic Forum, I think E&E accounts for about the global, our market share is about 16%, and also it accounts for 40% of export. So I think it's a very important sector, and we are seeing that our ecosystem is done very well. Penang, Kulim, and all those, we are seeing investments there,
Even in Johor, and what other places that you see that seems like it's a good outlook so far?
I think Johor as well, in the sense that we've got a Johor team related stocks that's done quite well in the properties. And also I think quite a fair bit of the EMS sector stocks down in Johor. You got your VS, you got your Cape EMS, those are also done fairly well as well, on the recurring sector.
Now, as far as foreign investors are, or even domestic are concerned, how do you think the economic sentiments influence the market?
Oh, it's quite important to have a positive outlook basically going forward, because I think stock market is six months ahead of the real economic conditions. So the positive market outlook will generate more fund inflows as well, and also is a barometer of the economic health as well, in the sense that when the stock market do well, you have a spillover effect to the wealth creation to the investors as well. Yeah.
Now, regional markets or Bursa included are always influenced by Wall Street, not to mention the developments within the US economy. Your comments on that, and is it vice versa as an Asian markets influencing the NYSE, etc.?
I think generally, it will be the New York Stock Exchange with the Dow Jones and the S&P and Nasdaq. These are the ones that will be influencing the global market, I think, not including Malaysia as well. When the US market goes up, I think most likely our market will go up as well. But sometimes when the US market goes down, our market may go up as well, based on the local factors as well. But overall, I think most of the market tend to follow US markets. If US were to do well, I think it will have spillover effect to the Asian markets as well, so-called, yeah. Just like you can see recently during the Raya break, I think before that, US were down because of the strong CPI numbers, and then subsequently the next day, the PPI numbers came in weaker, so the US market rebounded. Henceforth, our market was spared the sort of sell down a little. So in fact, today our market has done relatively well for Friday. Yeah. So, yes.
Well, what about the political factors? So other factors that could probably influence the market so far?
So far, I think US market, is mainly the Fed rate cut, and also the expectation of the inflation trending down. And also, I think for US market, I think as of now, I think this is, as you all know, I think is the presidential election year for US market. I think for the historical time, I think the only two times that is negative is the dot-com bubble and also the Asian financial crisis. So basically, so-called, I think I'll look for the US market should do well this year, basically on the presidential election year. I think historically have shown that. And so far this year, I think the market has done very well with the AI team going forward, and also now it's the earnings seasons as well for the US market. So things are still looking up. I think any pullback is healthy, because it's done quite well. I think it was about 20% up year to date, some of the sectors as well, the Magnificent Seven. So, yep, I think this year should do well, continue to do well. When US do well, I think that our market will tend to do well as well, yeah, barring any from foreseen circumstances.
So are you saying that we are dependable on the US market so far, or is it, how does it work?
I think it's more the sentiment, basically, so-called. I think if US market were to close lower plunge, I think it will affect the global sentiment as well. So I think as long as the US market were chugging along, I think people will focus on our domestic issues and also domestic catalysts, like say some of the E&E sectors and all those are Johor related, the construction, property, those are all doing quite well. So I think a lot also depends on our earnings season. I mean, the upcoming in May, I think, and also the economic outlook. I think Bank Negara and also the finance minister also mentioned that things will be looking better. I think recovering from here, so-called, from the slow exports previously in the first quarter, yeah.
Oh, great. Now, could you comment on institutional investors and their contributions to the local bourse?
Oh, yes, of course, institutional investors is very important to our local market to provide the liquidity and so the depth. In fact, as you all know, I think EPF, Co-op, those are the main institutional investors, and also the local fund managers will provide liquidity to the market. So I think on top of that, we've got foreign investors as well. So that's why sometimes when the foreign funds are selling, you got your local institutions to pick up the selling, absorbing the selling pressure, and also the retail investors jumping in to pick a bargain. As of now, I think you can see some of the foreign funds are still net sell year to date. So our local institution has been picking up, and you can see our index has been holding on about 1,005. So which is a good thing. Yeah.
How about previously? How is it, the market so far?
Early of the year, basically, so-called the foreign funds were net buyers, whereas the local institutions were net sellers. So yeah, it somehow balances, basically, so-called, with the different class of diverse investors. You got the retail investors, you got the local institution, and you got foreign investors. Yeah, to make more vibrant the market.
Is there anything else that you'd like to add before we end?
I think generally, I think things are looking better. I think with the government economic fundamentals, and also we're going to give time for them to see through the transition and also the execution of the various policies that have been done. I think so far things are looking on the right track. I think, in fact, you can see the index market is doing relatively well, 1,005. We expect a stronger second half of the year as well.
Oh, okay. And well, thank you very much for that. I do believe that we're almost out of time. So that's all that we have for tonight. And we'd like to thank Vincent Lau.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming.